Hello everyone, my name is PJ and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy I, the ROM hack Final Facelift Part 15. Now, I bet you're all confused. Where are we, PJ? Or what is this battle that you've suddenly started us in? Well, I'm gonna tell you. This is the Castle of Ordeals. I am back here because I was unfortunate enough not to run into these particular enemies, the Medusas, which in the North American version of this game were censored. As you can see, they are topless. You can use your imagination a bit to make out some nipples, but yeah, they were censored. They were given like little bras or some kind of short top, I'm not sure. But we're just gonna stare at these old saggy Medusa tits for a little bit while I talk about my feelings on this ROM hack. When I went to romhacking.net to find a ROM hack of this game, my goal initially was to find a definitive version of it, one that uncensored all the sprites, decensored, fixed all the translation errors, and fixed all the bugs. No such thing existed. There are bug fix patches, but I wanted to go for the one that uncensored all the graphics because, as I said in the first episode, I hate censorship. I am morally opposed to it. So this one appealed to me the most. However, because it is still full of bugs, and because it is asinine in its methods, I still don't understand why many of these sprites had to be replaced. The page for the ROM hack said that the graphics were enhanced. It didn't say they were all just replaced with the closest Final Fantasy III equivalent. And furthermore, I've already complained twice about the holy spell. But as it turns out, in the original version of this hack, it was called holy. But in a later edition, the ROM hacker changed it to pearl. I don't know what the reason for that was, but it was highly unappreciated. Very much so. So, as far as I know, this was the last censored sprite that I've yet to show off. So from this point forward, I'm going to be acting as though this is not a ROM hack, unless something particularly atrocious happens. It's going to take a miracle for me to like this ROM hack now, so I'm just going to pretend that I'm playing the original buggy version and just roll with it from there. Okay, so I'm going to kill all these Medusas. In the meantime, I have a list of things that I took care of between videos. For starters, I did some level grinding on the Evil Eye. I got everyone to level 23, but I didn't do it just for leveling. I did want to get my first level 8 spell slot as soon as possible, but it would have taken way too long, too much grinding. I only grinded for about half an hour. So yeah, getting from level 20 to 23 in half an hour, that's pretty good, right? It's a good leveling spot. But the real reason I did it was so that I could get lots of money. Because the last magic shops are in the last town, and getting to and from that place is a hassle. It's a very, very, very long walk. I want to make sure that I have enough money to buy those spells when I get there, because every time I play this game, I never show up with enough funds, and I end up not being able to afford them. I have on me almost 260,000 gil. So, I landed here with the airship. It's gonna take me a while to walk back, so I'll catch you when I'm back at the airship, okay? Okay, we're back at the airship. Now, there are a few other things that I have to do before we can head for the Wind Crystal. The Wind Crystal is located in that flying fortress that we heard about from one NPC, I forget which one by now. But the way to reach the flying fortress is via the Mirage Tower. But you need two things to get to the flying fortress. You need one object that activates the teleporter in the Mirage Tower that takes you to the fortress, and another object to actually get into the tower in the first place. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check out that flying object that cop said he saw. See this waterfall? He says he saw it land near the waterfall. So we need to land our ship somewhere and ride our canoe all the way to the waterfall. That's gonna take a bit of time. Also, this is actually a closer spot to land than where I was landing before. Ooh, boulette, which is a mistranslation. I'm surprised the ROM hacker got that wrong. He's been pretty good with D&D enemies so far. Or was it Final Fantasy that mistranslated it? I forget. It's either boulette or barrette. One of the two. But anyway, I did a lot of stuff between videos besides just grinding. I went back to every magic shop I've ever been to and I bought a ton of spells. For Sherma, I got her Save, the regular Save, not Save 2, Null Thunder, Heal 3, and Cure 4. I got her Null Thunder just because I had some space for it, and it was of a spell level that she hardly ever used. I also got Ice 3 for Chroma, but there is another spell that I forgot to grab that I need to go get. And for the Knights, I got them each Cure, Save, Sight, Null Thunder, Cure 2, and Nullfire. I'm going to take care of a couple of things I need to do. There's a couple of things I need to buy still. In fact, we're probably only going to be buying 4 more expensive things, and then that will be it. We won't have to buy anything really expensive for the rest of the game. It'll pretty much just be cure potions from that point on. So, I will see you when I'm at the cave. Okay, we're here in front of the waterfall. All you gotta do, step into it, or row into it. This is the waterfall cavern. It's one of the smallest, shortest dungeons in the whole game. It's actually kind of a big floor, but it's mostly dead ends. Our goal, everything of interest, is in the southwestern corner of this cave. Oh good, more bats. Everything of interest is in the southwestern corner of this cave, so what you want to do first is you want to just start heading west, and keep heading west until you can't go west anymore. Yep, so can't head west there, so you go north. Out of the way, bat. Okay. And just keep heading west. Alright, keep heading west. Just keep heading west. All the paths north are dead ends. Keep heading west. Lots of enemies that we first met in the Castle of Ordeals are here. I wonder if there's any lore significance behind it. Probably not. Okay, so now that we've reached the far western edge of this dungeon, you can tell because there's nothing but azure void to the left. Now you go south. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention was when I was selling all of my extra weapons and armor, I took a final look at all the weapons in my inventory to make sure that they really were the best. What the? Oh god, is this a dead end? Oh no, this is where I had to go. Okay. Never mind. Well anyway, it turns out that the ice brands that I had were the best weapons available for Zash and June at the time that were on me. So I don't know if maybe I just missed some numbers somewhere along the line, but yeah. Okay, and here we are. In this room, first we find what is possibly an encounter spot. Nothing the combined force of the light axe and the Zeus gloves can't handle though. Okay, and here's the robot. So we talk to him. Take this warp cube. With it you can transfer to the floating castle. Yeah, so these robots, please, these robots are all from that ancient destroyed civilization, which is why it looks all green and mossy and rusted and stuff. So, let's see what's in these treasure chests. A muddle rod? Something tells me these are supposed to Wait. Give me a second. Oh. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that's actually called the Wizard's Staff. It casts Muddle or Confuse for free. But it's not that great of a spell, so we'll probably be selling that. Another ribbon! Awesome, I'm putting that on my other mage. Why wasn't Zash equipped with the Protect Ring? Weird. How long has he been unequipped with that? Oh boy, okay. Moving on. 13,450 gil. 6,400 gil. 5,000 gil. See, it's still doing it. And I'm assuming that's the Defender. Yeah, that's a weapon that casts Blink when used. Is it better than the Ice Brand? 101%? Huh. Okay. So 50 and 101. 51 and 111. Yeah, it's better. Okay, does 111% mean I'll always hit, no matter what, and will never miss? I can't tell. But anyway. Now we cast Exit, because it's such an amazing spell. And boom. Now I have to get back to my airship, and the next place we're going to visit is Melmond. So, see you there. Okay, we're back in Melmond. Now, if you recall, we got the Rosetta Stone from the Water Shrine, and Dr. Un is a linguist who has been studying the Lefanish language. You'll see what happens. The Rosetta Stone! This lab will lead us to solve the riddle of the Lefanish. Now, listen to me. I'm listening. Hello? And then he just says the same generic NPC dialogue that everyone else says when they've outlived their usefulness. Basically, what that means is that the Light Warriors now are fluent in Lefanish. They can now understand it completely. Before we go to Lefane, which is the last town, and is actually called Lufane in the remakes, I think. Lufane. Yeah. There's a couple of things that I want to buy from Gaia. A spell and the cat claw for Chroma. Yeah, this one right here. Normally I would never buy a status inflicting spell like this, but this one is not bugged, and I recently learned that it actually works on a particular enemy, and I really want to try it out. So I'm gonna buy it. I mean, I got tons of money. And then next I'm gonna go buy the cat claw for Chroma. And I still have tons of money. Plenty of money left to buy the last two spells. So, you equip this, and then I'll just throw away the silver knife. Because, other than 80,000 gil to buy the last two spells, I no longer need any money. Nothing major anyway, just enough to max out my cure potions, which is not much. Now that we have the Rosetta Stone and understand Lefanish, our next destination is this town right here. But good luck finding any place nearby to land. Everywhere is forest and shore. The only place in this entire little landmass to land is this spot right here. So we've got a long walk ahead of us, and there are a lot of tough monsters in our path. Including, well, these things, but they're not that tough. But there are dinosaurs here. Like, literal dinosaurs. I don't know how many more parts this series will be. It depends on how difficult this next pair of dungeons is. Yeah, but something you should know about this town we're going to. If you try to visit this town early, before you know Lefanish, all of the people will say the same gibberish. Like, and think in the original NES version they all just said Lupa. In the remakes they say a different phrase, but it's still shared by all of them. They all say the same thing, and you won't get anywhere. And what really sucks about this town, there's no shops except for the two magic shops. No item shops, no weapon shops, no armor shops, nothing. There's not a temple, nor is there an inn. It is the only town in the whole world without an inn, which makes perfect sense because they never expect visitors. Sash can one-shot the zombie minotaurs. Dune can one-shot the trolls. Oh boy, they are so powerful. Anyway, yeah, so if you want to save anywhere near this place, you're gonna need to bring some tents and cabins and stuff. And here we are. We are the Lefanish. Only our bravest become sky warriors. Your airship was theirs. Yeah, in the remakes, they actually talk about how an older member of their race, who I believe is dead by this point in time, his name was Sid, and he built the airship. And if you don't know, Sid is a very recurring, not character, but name in the series. Almost every game has a character named Sid, and he's usually affiliated with airships and is often an engineer. It's just a recurring joke. None of them are the same person. At the time of destruction, a legend was born. In 400 years, warriors with crystals will appear to save our people. Are you? Now that's interesting, that the prophecy originated at the exact same time that the Lufenian civilization crumbled. Oh, the Light Warriors! The legend is true! Yeah, but none of these houses can be entered. They're all just generic houses. Until 400 years ago, we controlled the power of the wind. This enabled us to suspend the castle in the air. 400 years ago, we had an advanced civilization. Our interest was the universe. Which is kind of interesting that he says that, because in Dissidia it's explained that the Lefanish were basically trying to take over the world with biological weapons. We have passed on the legends from generation to generation, but 400 years have caused our memories to fade. Now in the NES version, all of the Lefanish seem to have black hair, but in the remakes they're all blonde. The floating castle floats high in the sky, seemingly among the stars. I wonder if the robots made by our ancestors are still moving. Yes, they are. And they're still working, kind of, functionally, somehow. Although in the remakes, I think the robot we just met in the waterfall cavern, I think after he gives you the warp cube, he just kind of starts clicking and whirring and doesn't work anymore. The floating castle. Our ancestors lived there. The Mirage Tower is the entrance. We knew that a great power controlled the fiends. Our 5 bravest warriors left, never to return. Okay, that's important, and that alludes to something that I mentioned a long time ago. Like in part 2, I think it was. We fought with Tiamat, but were unsuccessful. The fiend now inhabits our floating castle. Tiamat is the 4th fiend, and I did mention before when I was first telling you about Bahamut that we would eventually be fighting his counterpart. Now, in Final Fantasy, Bahamut and Tiamat typically have nothing to do with each other, but in D&D, they were directly opposed. They were rivals. Bahamut was the lawful good god of dragons, and Tiamat was the chaotic evil goddess of dragons. So all the evil dragons in the world obeyed her, while the good dragons obeyed Bahamut. Power of the wind was taken by Tiamat. Yep. Our last 5 warriors left to find the cause of the world's decay. We know they live, but as bats. Yeah, those bats in the Chaos Shrine, the 1st floor, that was the Sky Warriors, all transformed into bats. It's never said who turned them into bats, or how. But, yeah, now that we know Lefanish, I think we can talk to them, or we might have to light all 4 crystals for them to regain their speech. With this chime, you can enter the Mirage Tower. It's never really explained how that works. It's just a chime. I don't know. Now I have to wait for this douche to get out of my way. There we go. Okay, so, now that we have all the information and items that we need in order to enter the last dungeons of the game. What's this? Is this a shortcut out of town? Will this take us back to the world map? No. No world map? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Okay. Last two magic shops in the game are hidden. They're hidden off the side of the most difficult to reach town, and they only sell one spell each. Life 2 for Sherma. She can't cast it yet because she doesn't have any level 8 spell slots, but Life 2 works just like Life 1, only instead of resurrecting them with 1 hit point, it resurrects them with full health. Yeah, but I still don't know if it works in combat. Life 1 does not, so I'm probably going to have to try that out at some point, next time someone dies. Which will probably be Chroma. Let's be honest here. And the last black magic. Flare, which is called Flare in this version. In the original version of this game, in the North American version, and also in Final Fantasy Adventure, the spell is called Nuke, which I honestly think is a much cooler name, but Flare is the proper name. There we go. And that's it. That's the last expensive item I had to buy in this whole game. What the? The town loops? Okay, it doesn't do that in the remakes. But anyway, I'm going to be heading all the way back up to my airship. It's time for us to move on to the next dungeon. Ah, look at that. I ran into a dinosaur on my way back to the airship. See? Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's just a straight up dinosaur. Don't ask me. It's another JRPG thing. But god damn isn't strong. It just did 133 damage to one of my knights. Whew. Good thing those guys aren't common. Oop, Zashin doing a level 24. And so is Sherma. Wow, that was a lot of experience. Anyway, back at the airship. Now, here's the Mirage Tower. It's completely surrounded on all sides by desert. I have a dog sniffing my leg very intently. Give me a second. Yes, Pepper? Is there something you need? Do you want attention? Ow! Stop that! Okay, Pepper, on the bed. Come on. Okay, one of my dogs is being kind of bad right now. She's not listening to anything that I tell her to do. And she keeps scratching at my leg. Anyway, you land here, which is about as close to the Mirage Tower as you can get. And then you start heading for it. It's a good thing we're all immune to instant death, because those sandworms... Oh, desert barrettes, or bullets, I don't know. Those sandworms appear here, and... holy crap are they annoying. These things are strong. Even they can do over 100 damage to my knights. God damn, I might actually have to heal after this fight. Hold on. Okay, moving on. Where is that tower? Okay. I know this desert gonna be that big. Oh, that's the wyvern? Then that other thing I ran into before actually is called a worm? I don't know. I've beaten this game like 12 times. You'd think I'd remember this stuff. But my brain's too full of knowledge from other Final Fantasies. Okay, they're dead. And here we are, the Mirage Tower. Now, I've never actually tried seeing what happens if you try to enter the tower without the chime. I'm assuming you just walk into its space and maybe nothing happens, or it pushes you away, or you can't walk into it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to use a house. You'll have 1 to 4, a copper magic save, and all that lovely stuff. So, into the tower. This theme? Really? Haven't heard this theme in a while. Okay, but even though they call this place a tower, it doesn't really do much towering. It's only 3 floors. The first 2 floors are really big circles, and the 3rd floor is just a small circle with 1 room. It expects you to think that, oh, maybe I had to go all the way around, but no, there's nothing on the outer ring of these floors. You can just walk through this door, and then walk through that other door to get to the staircase. Boom, you're on the second floor. But there's treasure here, and we want all of it. Well, maybe not all of it, but I'm going to get it all anyway. Black Knight. That is a new sprite, and one that they did not change, thankfully. They're not big threats. The Black Knight doesn't do much damage to Sherma at all, only about 40-ish. Okay, there's a shit ton of treasure chests down here. Let's see. Free cabin. Whatever. Aegis shield. Yeah, I think that's the best shield in the game, actually, so I will give that to Zash, because Dune already has a diamond shield. Then I'll drop the flame shield. $2,750 gil. 18,010 gil. See what I mean about the amount of but the amount of money that this game gives you by the end? It's ridiculous. By the way, that flame rod that I got before, I probably should have held on to it. I don't know if I still have it. I don't remember. I don't think I do. I probably did sell it. But the reason I didn't think it was magical was because it had a different stupid name. In the remakes, it's called the Mage's Staff, and it casts Fire 2 for free, which would have been cool to let someone hold on to it, but I guess the Zeus gloves are good enough. It's okay though, because this dungeon and the next have a lot of magic items for us to pick and choose from. I'm surprised that spot isn't guarded. 3,400 gil. Sharp. Okay, oh, okay. I think that's supposed to be the Razor. That's what it's called in the remakes. That casts Scourge for free, but it's not that great of a spell. So, and it's a knife. I think it's a knife. No, it's a sword. Okay, well, let's see how good it is. 51, 114, 45, 104. Okay, so it's weaker than what Zash has. Let me see if it's better for Dune. 50, 104. Whoops. Yeah, it's weaker. I don't know why. Anyway. Healing Helm. Yep. This one also casts heal for free. So if I wanted 2 people on healing duty, I could do that. I'm probably going to put this helmet in the inventory of one of my warriors. I tell you what, you trade your silver helmet to Zash, and you two both equip your respective helmets. There we go. 880 gil. Okay. Then we get... oh, there's a robot up there. I wonder what he says. Chroma's level 24. Are you the master? What master is he talking about? I wonder if he's talking about Sid. Or maybe it's just generic robot dialogue. That's odd. Okay. There are some of these things, these like computer control panel looking things, that you can read, and they give you some information. But for now, let's head back to the staircase. I have 10 minutes of raw footage time left. Okay, and you come to this staircase, and now you actually do have to go all the way around because this floor is a huge spiral. Yeah, so this part's gonna take a while. I might not even have enough time. Guardians, that's another new enemy. These things are like prototypes of an enemy that I definitely want to show off, but am unsure if I'm prepared for it. I might be. If I run into it, I will definitely try to fight it, That will probably be in the next part though. Maybe 2 parts from now, depending on how this all goes. Alright, moving on. When I slip into here, you'll hit a dead end. Okay, keep going. Then you get to this part, and you might be tempted to keep going counterclockwise, but you can just go right here. And then talk to this robot. Oh, look at that. The vampire enemy that we fought before, the nameless vampire that was just called the vampire. There's more of him now. There are no more enemies. Lame, right? Why are there so many vampires in this of all places? And of course the fighters of the knights can one-shot them. Okay, let's see what you say. One of us escaped with a warp cube. He floated far to the west. Floated, you say? I heard that he fell. Pretty damn hard. But whatever. Anyway, that's the last thing I wanted to show off. There's a huge room down there filled with treasure, but I don't have enough time to grab it all. So, thank you all so very much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like. I'm just starting. Every like means a lot to me. So, see you next video.